I'm not making excuses anymore on this channel. I have done so. I made excuses for them, but I'm not making excuses anymore. It's quite evident I'm being treated like crap, and I'm being treated like my business isn't valued, and I'm being treated like it's an absolute joke. I don't get this treatment anywhere else. My other sales associates at Chanel are fantastic. Dior, fantastic. I have never been treated like this ever. And it's the brand that I love the most that treats me like this. So hurtful. So wrong. But you know, I'm a fighter anyway. So I hope tomorrow that I wake up feeling better and only having one thing certain in my mind is that I just won't shop there anymore. This is a video I didn't really want to ever be filming. Yeah. Like, I don't even know how to film it because it's not done in the kind of terms that I would like it to ever be done. In everything I ever do, I feel like I'm honest. I feel like I couldn't lie for the life of me. Whether people believe me or not, that's their choice, whatever. Whether some people hate this video and some people think that I'm being salty, then whatever. But just don't be nasty or rude. Be kind and be considerate. I just want to make this point very clear that even in light of this video that I'm filming today, I have a lot of respect for the origins of Hermes. I have a lot of respect for where Hermes originated from, the equestrian history, how they grew the company, how they stayed a private family-owned company. I have a lot of respect for them. I have a lot of respect for the training that they give the artisans because I feel like there is absolutely no measure of quality in any luxury house as to what Hermes produces in their items. And especially their handbags. They create beautiful bags that are works of art, and the brand really resonates with me because it just really feels like, it feels beautiful. Like, it just doesn't feel like a consumerism sort of thing. Each piece feels like it's an artwork, especially the bags. And I'm just being honest, and that's not even Birkins and Kellys. I'm talking about all their bags. I love so many of their bags. Going back to the point that I said at the start, I needed to sit down and film this video because I feel like my voice hasn't been heard and there's just been absolutely no consideration for how I might be feeling, and why I also think it's pretty unfair on their part to have no consideration for how I might be feeling. Let's just start off with a quick recap, okay, of my experience with shopping at Hermes. And this is shopping at Hermes Sydney, okay? There's no point me just saying Hermes in general because I feel like not every store is going to be the same, and I've only shopped at Hermes Sydney. So what I say, just to bear that in mind, it is only relative to one store, but yeah, we'll get into it a little bit later. Why I say it's only relative to one store, but it expands a little bit more. I've been shopping at Hermes since late 2016. Not actually at the store since late 2016. I was shopping online since late 2016. And then I got up the courage to finally go into my local store because I felt intimidated, that I just felt scared of going. And then one day, well, not really one day, I gave birth to my daughter at the end of 2016, and then a few months into 2017 I was like, you know what, I've given birth. My labor was 26 hours and I've accomplished it. I've given birth, so surely I can get enough courage up to go into the local Hermes store. And it was there that I met a wonderful French sales associate. She had actually come from France and she was on a working visa. Actually, it brings, how stupid is this? I feel like I want to cry. Yeah, she was just so nice. She made me feel so special, like she was just so friendly. I butcher everything, and you guys know on this channel I butcher everything, so when I speak French it's absolutely terrible. And she used to have a laugh, and we would have a laugh together. She would correct me, but she thought it was cute. She loved that I couldn't speak French properly, and she enjoyed correcting me. And we just got along so well. We were similar in age. I think I was with her from like early 2017 to very late 2017, and where she left. I bring her up because she was so nice that she really made me feel comfortable and made me feel like I was part, you know, I was appreciated by the house, you know, that I was appreciated by that store. That's how she made me feel. She passed me on to someone else who was really great as well. She was a lovely lady, but she'd been working at the company for so long that she ended up getting a promotion. She became so busy, so it was hard to get a hold of her. She's not really like tech. She doesn't really do emails. I had to make the decision that I needed to sort of like go and work with someone else because she was so busy, but she was great as well. And then my next sales associate was an absolute dream. She was, she had a background in Hermes, like with her family. Her family had been purchasing Hermes for a long time. So I really resonated with her in that different kind of level, like that appreciation for craftsmanship, the history of the house and all that sort of thing. 3 sales associates that I thought, you know, really made me feel welcome, and I felt appreciated by the brand. And yeah, I've had a couple bag offers since, you know, in the years. My first one being in 2017 from the first sales associate. And I'm so, like, in a way, I'm actually quite sad that I no longer have that bag. I used it for a good 6 months, but I was also suffering with postnatal depression, and it was a bright color. And even though I loved the color so much, and that's why I requested that kind of color, and she surprised me with it, by the way. I had no idea. I requested a Picotin, and she surprised me with a Birkin 25 and Rose Azalee. But yeah, I no longer have that bag because of postnatal depression. I had to let it go because I didn't feel confident carrying it. I felt like people were looking at me, and I felt like I was fat, and I didn't want people looking at me because I felt fat. So yeah, that's why I let that go. And I kind of, you know, regret it because it had a good sentiment to it, because like I said, you know, it all started with her making me feel comfortable to go into the store. Let me just say, I've had another child since that, and I didn't have postnatal depression again. I've overcome that, and I feel very proud. The other offer I got from the house was from my 3rd sales associate, the one that I really clicked with, who had a history with the brand. She offered me a beautiful Birkin 30 Innie Taupe, which I still have. It's just up here. That sales associate left. There were 3 sales associates down. She left. And then I was up to my 4th, and I was only with her for like 2 months. She was actually the one that gave me the Birkin, because the sales associate that offered it to me, she's like, "Oh, I've managed to talk to the store manager to get you a Birkin because you've been on the wait list for almost 2 years, since September 2017, and now it's January 2019. So I've been able to get you a bag, and but unfortunately I'm leaving." And that's when she broke the news to me, and she's like, "I'll get you to pick it up from the new sales associate that you're going to start working with, and I hope that you have a good journey with the brand." Picked up that bag from her. I was only with her for a few months, and then she left as well. She left. So that's 4 down. Now we're up to number 5. We got off to a really good start. We had a lot of personal things in common, things that we had experienced. Yeah, we have a lot of things in common. Let's just start from like kind of the beginning of the relationship. So that was in early 2019. It was easy to deal with her because I live far from the store, that I prefer to send an email to request items that I'm after. I also like to do remote ordering and get it shipped out to me as well. And I like to make appointments, so because it's hard for me to just pop in on a lunch break because I don't work in the city. Looking back at our first contact together, I remember sending her an email saying, "It was so lovely to meet you," or just wanted to add a few more things to the wish list and wish you and your family a happy Easter. And then I put on there, I'm looking for a small bag in mauve Sylvester because it was in season, like a mini Rulus, Evelyn, TPM, a Picotin, anything, like if you can keep an eye out, if there's anything you can do. A Bastia in mauve or Rose Sakura, Rodeo PM in Blue Glacier. And then I also said I'm wanting to waitlist for a Kelly or a Birkin, whichever opens first, because I know that sometimes they open suddenly. I do have currently on the waitlist a Constance 18 in Noir or Gold, but you have a great Easter and kind regards. Okay, so let me just point out something I said there. In late 2018, I filled out a form with my third sales associate, a form that I was told was a waitlist. Yeah, I was told it was a waitlist, filled out the form. It's never eventuated. I've never got a Constance 18 from the store. So yeah, I just sent her an email saying if I could order the polo sneakers. I was wanting the polo sneakers if it was possible to order them. I also said Evelyn TPM in like a neutral color with gold hardware if you've got it. So just to let me know if the waitlist opens for the Birkin or Kelly, and I'll come into the store. Response was just to say noted the wish list, and then she said that she had the Bastia in Rose Sakura or Mauve. So when do I want to pop into the store? I was sick with the flu, so I hadn't picked up the Bastia yet. And I was just checking which color was on hold for me, if it was Mauve or Rose Sakura, and I said I preferred Rose Sakura because I didn't want her holding something that I wasn't going to take. I don't want to waste people's time like that. I also asked, do you know if Rose Sakura has been ordered for any bags? I've seen that some Birkin 25 in Swift have been produced in Rose Sakura. Yes, can you please let me know if something becomes available in Rose Sakura? Like a mini Ruli, mini Evelyn, Pinkerton, mini Belize 27, and obviously if any dream bags. And then I put at the end, let me know if the waitlist, if you've heard of the waitlist reopening soon for the Birkin or Kelly. Polite reply, apologies that I wasn't able to reach her at the store. She said that Rose Sakura was on hold. She said Kelly and Birkin list is remaining closed at the moment. We'll update you when it's open. This is in May 2019. Let me also note that at the end of my emails, I've always got kind regards, thank you in advance. I've always got something nice and pleasant, then my name. And then I have at the very bottom my existing wish list. And that includes all the items, like that's rodeos, bags, shoes I'm after, twillies I'm after, so everything. So that way she's got a running list of what I'm after, and I like to make it easier for them. I sent another email in response to that, thanks for holding the Bastia for a bit longer. This was in May of 2019. I also added another item. I said the lacquered Pop H rose gold necklace or rose nacarat if they have it. Also said if you can check if I'm on the wait list for any of these items because they were done with my previous sales associate. And the only reason I'm a bit worried is if they might have been forgotten, because a friend of mine got a black Rodeo PM and she was on the wait list. But I had waitlisted before her, so I'm thinking maybe mine's dropped off the list. And then I listed, so these are the items that I listed that I had actually filled out a form for, or, you know, was told I was on the wait list for. And that was the So Black Rodeo in the PM size, a Rodeo in Vert Verone in PM, a Constance 18 in Noir or Gold, like I said, or Mini Ruli in neutral, pinks or dark colors. All of these I had discussed before with my sales associate, the third and fourth one, yep, that they had said that they put me on the wait list for. Okay, that's what they said to me, all right? So I'm only going off what they've said. And then I said, just want to thank you again for all your help. I really appreciate all the effort, as it is hard for me to pop into the boutique since I am so far away. Having the digital contact is most appreciated, a true testament as to why no other brand is as great as Hermes in all aspects. This is what I said in an email, thanking her for being so patient and helpful. Sent her another email before the appointment that I had, just to ask if I can set aside some gold Oran sandals so I could pick it up for my friend, and also looking for a tarmac passport holder that I wanted to pick up for my friend as well. And then I said, hopefully you're able to check with the stock control if that Rodeo PM in Noir was available. Also said, I just wanted to note here, as it may not be appropriate to discuss with my friends around. August is my 31st birthday, and that month my husband and I will be trying for our second child. I would really appreciate if you can try your best to get approval to release a dream bag for me in the month of August, if it's possible. My preference is a Kelly 25, Constance 18, neutral, pink, blue or green. Or a Kelly 28 or Birkin. I know you will do your best, and I can only pray that we'll have some luck in the month of August. Either way, I'll be back again in August. I know that the last appointment's been and done. And I just asked if it's at all possible to do like an order for a mini Ruli in Berenia, because I know someone who was able to actually order one with France. who was able to order it in the actual system, like an actual like podium order. Hopefully the Pop H Rose Gold or gold necklace in pink enamel arrives soon so I can pop back into the store, or if the other items, the Rodeos or the Carmel Twillies come in. Otherwise, my next planned visit will be around my birthday in August. I was needing to take a bit of a break as I spent $4,000 with my previous sales associate before I started to work with you, and I felt I was splurging a bit too much. I think that I've kind of given a lot of the backstory of my dialogue, that I'm very chatty, very like friendly, sort of like having to request items because I can't just pop into the store, and I don't want to just pop into the store and there be nothing there. So that's kind of like why I have to be like, oh, I'm after this, I'm after this. But my tone is always nice, always. I'm gonna skip some emails because I feel like it's just adding stuff to the wish list. And I'm not even always mentioning Birkin or Kelly. Like, I'm looking at this and I haven't even mentioned it again. I said, sorry, I haven't been in touch, a lot of family events. I was hoping Hermes would surprise me for a 31st birthday bag for last month, but I guess that didn't happen, haha. I was just wanting to check in if you had any progress with waitlisted and requested items, and if either of the Kelly or Birkin waitlist has reopened or any news of it reopening. Otherwise, if no progress on items, I'll contact again at the end of the month to organise a visit for mid-October. A month and a half went by actually, and I said I have some news to share, and I'm sorry that's why I haven't been in touch, but I'm actually now 13 weeks pregnant and I've had a bit of nausea, so I haven't been able to come to store. But I'm wanting to make an appointment for November, late November. I can only come on the weekends at the moment. And then I said I want a Kelly dog or a CDC bracelet. Polite responses from her. It's always polite. It's been polite, you know. And this is all of 2019. Contacted her saying I received notification from admin that my Oran blush sandals are on hold, and hopefully they can stay on hold until I can come after you get back from leave, after the Hermes shopping bag charm, the orange one that just released. Polite replies saying that the charm is seasonal, I've placed an order for you, however not sure when the product will be arriving in store. Okay, now we have an email in very late November. Sorry to email you when you're back from holidays, but I hope you had a great time off. You can fill me in when I see you on Sunday. I just had a couple of requests. Firstly, if you could please check if any of the Kelly Dog T1 size or CDC 24 came into store. On to the rest of the email. Second request, and this might be an annoying one, I'm sorry to ask. My 1 year anniversary since my last store offer, my Birkin 30, is approaching. I received this bag in January 2019. Just to give a quick summary before I got this bag, I had spent $23,000 with the store over 19 months, changed 3 sales associates because they kept leaving. It was extremely stressful. By that point, I had almost quit shopping with Hermes, but I knew I spent far too much for my lifestyle without being able to get one of the dream bags. I love the brand and buy only items that I love, but at the same time, I love the dream bags too. So of course, I want to at least be able to buy one after some period of time and spend. Okay, I've said the word, all right? Since my last dream bag, I've spent $8,000 in the Sydney store, $2,500 online. Basically, if there's any chance you could see if they will release me a dream bag, for my upcoming visit. I know price increase soon, but I hope you might be able to perform a miracle for me. So I know that there are some points in that email that are a bit taboo. You shouldn't talk about spend, but hear me out. I'm a hardworking mum of 2. Most of my play money goes to Hermes because that's the brand that I love. And obviously I buy their other bags, but I also want the dream bags as well. So even though it's not a good thing to mention spend, it still is something that is in my mind. Not because I feel like I'm entitled to a bag, but I feel like I have spent hard-earned money and I really would love if there's an opportunity to get a bag. But I'm not crucifying anyone for it if they don't get it, okay? I'm just putting the wish out there. And I also wasn't sure if she understood what had happened in the past to me, like with all the sales associates, like leaving, that sort of stuff. The thing is, it's like, I know that spend isn't a good thing to mention, but I'm just gonna put it in like layman's terms. You go to Chanel and you buy some items, okay? You use your hard-earned money. If you want a mini rectangular or a classic flat, if they have it, chances are they'll sell it to you. If they don't, then they don't have it, okay? With Hermes, you could go in there on the day and someone will be getting offered a bag. And you're like, hey, I thought you didn't have anything. That kind of thing. So that is why it kind of gets a bit frustrating, because you're spending your hard-earned money You can't just buy it if it's available. If they have Birkins or Kellys in the back, you can't just buy it if they're available. And I feel like the system kind of relies on like a loyalty thing, like how loyal you are to the brand and that sort of thing. And I feel like, how do you measure loyalty? They say that there's a wish list. How do you measure that wish list? How do you allocate stock to your customers? That is my question. How does Hermes allocate stock to their customers? They say that they don't do spending. It doesn't matter what you spend. Doesn't matter. But how do they allocate their stock? In her response, it says, thank you kindly for your email. I understand how much you want your dream bag. However, I do kindly ask you to be patient. We are at full capacity for bag requests, and Sydney is the only store in the region. You can imagine it's not easy to satisfy customer requests as quick as they want. I do have a few requested products for you on hold. We will chat more when you are in the store. And I just replied back and saying, thank you for getting back to me. I do completely understand. Went in and had my appointment, you know, get along well, no worries, I thought. So the first contact for 2020, I said, hope you had a great Christmas hope you had a great Christmas with your family. I popped into store in December, but you weren't working. Also, any update on the mini Roulis that we ordered from Paris? She actually called me to say that she did have the bag. So before I went in to go and pick up the bag, I said, like, I confirmed the appointment. And then I also requested some Orans for my friend. And then I said, just checking if the mini Roulis doesn't count as a quota bag for next year, because I'm still hoping this year to get a Kelly 25 or a Birkin 25, or the Constance 18, but that's already on the wait list for that anyway. And then she says, oh, thank you for your email. I'm very much looking forward to seeing you and your daughter. As previously mentioned, I'm doing my best to fulfill your wishes. When the suitable bags arrive, I'll be more than happy to offer them to you. To be completely honest, I doubt if we'll receive more of the Aloha shoes. However, I'm sure there'll be new rubber shoes in the new season. And then at the very end of the month, I told her that I'm now 26 weeks pregnant. So in other words, it's going to get hard for me to sort of pop in. I just asked if you could kindly check if you're able to reserve for me this season's Rodeo PM and Cray. Let me just note, to this point, you know how I'm asking a lot for Rodeo charms? All I've got to this point was a Vert Verone Rodeo, and then I got offered one in Jaune d'Or, and I didn't like it. But that was it. And that's why I keep asking for Rodeos, because all I got was one at that point from her. And then I said if any stocks arrive for the Jungle Love Love Twillies. Also, does the store stock this Gambade H ring in rose gold? If I should get this soon or wait until after May when I've given birth in case I have some swelling. She said place an order for the Rodeo charm. In terms of Jungle Love Love, we've only got this. Do you want me to reserve it for you? They're selling fast. I have the ring in stock in this size, but I suggest we try in this size before you place an order. Now, COVID hit, all right? So that was late January, and I emailed when they were reopening, I think, and I just asked if we're able to order items remotely. And I said I gave birth to a healthy baby boy after a Twilly and a Click H. If it's possible to order with the next round of podium orders, a mini Lindy, and then I gave a heap of color preferences. I really just want one of these bags, and I keep missing out when they're listed on the website. So like I said, we're now mid-pandemic. I had been dealing with her since the beginning of 2019, and now we're at mid-2020, so it's been a year and a half from dealing with her, but it's been at that point like for more than 4.5 years since I've been shopping at the store, okay? Yeah, I don't want to drag this out too much, because now most of my emails when I'm skipping through, I'm mostly only requesting items actually. If anything, I stopped even asking for bags. And you know, in September, I placed an EFT order for lipsticks. Yeah, and I'm not even asking for bags. Not even asking at all for any, like for Birkin or Kelly or anything. I stopped. I just get, at that point I was like, it's pandemic. They're not getting stock. She told me that stock's been bad, so I'm not even asking anymore. In 2020, I think it was around about December, I remember having this conversation with her saying, oh, I knew someone who got a bag and it was in Rose Sakura. And I was like, by any chance, is the store getting any Rose Sakura bags? Like anything, like Belize, Halzan, anything. Are they getting anything? I'm like, I wasn't even saying Birkin or Kelly, all right? I was saying, have you getting anything? I'm desperate for Rose Sakura. And she's like, oh no, there's not really anything coming. So I was like, all right, okay then. And that was it. So I mentioned that I knew someone who got a bag, a Kelly 25 Rose Sakura. My sales associate told me, she's like, oh, that's my client. She told me that was her client. She told me that was her client. I didn't know she told me. I was just asking for Rose Sakura. And yeah, that was that. That was said at the end of 2020. And now we are at 2021. And this is why this video is coming about. And I know that this has gone on long, but I really needed to kind of set the tone to explain my background, what I had been through, like how I've always been quite friendly throughout. And yes, I had mentioned Birkin or Kelly here and there. Let me just say as well that that person I'm referring to that got the bag, no ill towards them. This is not about them at all. I was just curious about Rose Sakura. But I do know, and I didn't know at the time, that she was her sales associate. I didn't know, but I know that she got a Birkin 25 at the very start of the year in a neutral color in 2020. Midway through the year in July, she got the Kelly 25 and Rose Sakura. And then at the end of the year, I asked if Hermes was getting more Rose Sakura bags, and I mentioned that, and she said it was her client. She said that to me. I didn't know explicitly. I did not know. Only reason I knew she got the Birkin was because she revealed it on like one of the Facebook groups, and then she revealed the Kelly 25 Rose Sakura. I didn't give a damn about the Birkin 25. That's her business, you know. But the Rose Sakura, I was like, oh my God, are they bringing back Rose Sakura? I'm crazy for Rose Sakura. Now we're at January 2021. I've said what I said there. Let me just go to one of the first emails I sent in January 2021. Okay, hope you are well. Sadly for me, I found out that I had a skin cancer on my forehead, and it's been cut out by surgery 1 week ago now, but I'll be left with an awful scar. I'm feeling quite sad because of it, because I want to get back to feeling normal, so I will be coming to the appointment with my friend at the end of January. I just wanted to check if you had received any more stock of the larger sizes of the Parcours Saint Fort micro dress. To keep me in mind if any bags on the wish list come in close to the appointment. Kind regards, take care. And I'm not just referring to Birkins and Kellys. I'm talking about other bags. Mini Lindy's, Mini 2424. Those were the other bags I was also after on my wish list, okay? Her response was, sorry to hear about the surgery. I hope you recover soon and won't have any issues. Unfortunately, we're sold out of this dress. Looking forward to seeing you in January. So I went into my appointment in January, at the end of January, and she's seen my scar, and I said, yeah, you know, it's pretty shitty. Yeah, we had a good appointment. There was no like issues or anything like that. All I did was say, I was with my friend, yeah, and I said, any Mini Lindy's by any chance? And she's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay, I thought I would ask. I'm like, yeah, I know stock's not been good. That was the only bag that I brought up on that visit, okay? And then I emailed again in February to make a new appointment because I wanted to get the metallic orans. And I asked if any bags were available in Nata, because Nata was still in season, or a canvas garden party in the size 30. Okay, so then that's it. I went in February, okay? And that is when I mentioned, like, we were talking and chatting, getting along as usual. And I said to her, I go, look, have any bags started to come in, like any like dream bags started to come in stock? The only reason I'm asking is because I noticed that that person that you said was your client got a Birkin 25 in a neutral color. So that's the only reason I'm asking, okay? How is it going? Like, you know, is stock getting any better? You know, and then she's like, she was on the wish list. And I'm like, yeah, I know that she was on the wish list, but I have to say, I've been on the wish list for a long time. It's been 2 years since my last bag. So how is she ahead of me? I don't understand. And she's like, oh, don't compare your journey to other people. I'm like, yeah, but I don't understand what's going on. Is it the store manager, does he not want to issue me a bag? I don't understand what is going on. And then I said, look, all right, I get it. And then she said, every client's journey is different. We don't do link selling. Okay, that's what she said. And I'm like, oh yeah, I understand like what you're saying, but it still makes me frustrated. Like, I'm still thinking, what's going on? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why is she getting her bag every 6 months? And now I've been waiting since the very beginning of January 2019 for a bag, and we're now at February 2021, so it's been more than 2 years, and someone's getting bags every 6 months in that time period that I know is your client because you told me. So that is what I'm thinking, but I didn't say it like that. I did not say that at all. All I said was, I don't understand what's going on. You know, I'm getting a bit frustrated. I go, my wedding anniversary is coming up in April. I'm just wondering, like, should we have hope? Like, or should we buy a pre-loved bag, you know, as a gift for my wedding, like for the wedding anniversary? Obviously my husband's getting something too, but should my husband and I look at a bag in the pre-loved market? Or should I have some hope, you know? And then she goes, you should always have hope. And I'm like, yeah, but I kind of, you know, it feels like a bit, when's it gonna happen? Should I really be optimistic? And she said, don't compare your journey to other clients. It'll send you mad. And I'm like, yeah, I am going crazy. I feel like I'm going crazy because I don't know what I'm missing. Do not know what I'm missing. Yeah, that was the only discussion we ever really had that was more frank about Birkin and Kelly offers, okay? That was the only discussion we ever had. Let me make that very clear. It was the only discussion we ever had. Now, I tried to make another appointment, okay, for March. And I said, I was wondering if I can make an appointment to pick out a ring for our 5-year wedding anniversary. Ideally, the Kelly ring in a very small model in gold or rose gold. I wish to wear it on my right finger, so I think I would need a size 49. Do you have available this date? Also, we would like to make a wish if possible to help us to get a dream bag for the 5-year wedding anniversary. Our actual anniversary is April. If you're able to help us out, it would be so appreciated. Ideal wish specs, preferred gold or rose gold hardware is Birkin 25, Kelly 25, Blue Broom, Cray, Whites, Gold, Sesame, Etan, Black Berenia, Vert de Gris, Rouge H, Rouge Celia, Blue Orage, Rose Confetti, Sakura Bubblegum. I know the specs I have wished for can be hard to get. I'm also open to a Birkin 30 or Kelly 28, especially if you can get Cray or gold with gold hardware or rose gold. Thank you for your email. I won't be in store. However, I can get one of my colleagues to assist you on that day if you wish. Whilst I appreciate your love and passion for our products, I would also like to reiterate that no product sales are linked or guarantee the availability of any desirable item. As mentioned before, every client's journey is different. We are more than happy to present you products that are available in the store. I appreciate your understanding. Kind regards. Am I wrong for requesting to see if it's even possible for a 5-year wedding anniversary bag? Please tell me, have you requested an anniversary bag? Because I swear there are a lot of people that have. I don't know why I'm now trying to get palmed off, and why they're bringing up the link selling. Why they're bringing up the link selling? I didn't mention anything about it. I'm asking for a ring to wear on this finger for my anniversary. Like my 5-year wedding anniversary. I've been with my husband for 11 years. It is a big deal when you've 5 years of marriage and 11 years together. That is why I wanted the ring. It had nothing to do with thinking that, oh, if I buy the ring, I'll get the bag. I literally wanted the ring. Well, at the time I did. After all of this, I replied, can you please confirm I'm on the wait list for any of the mentioned dream bags? Last time, my sales associate put me on the wait list for a Constance 18 in black or gold with gold hardware in October 2018, and nothing eventuated. I never received the bag. So it makes me wonder if there is really a wait list, and how am I supposed to ever get my dream bag? It's been over 2 years since the last one, and $27,000 of spending on items. Now, this is what I'm telling you guys. $27,000 on items, not counting the bags, like not counting the mini Ruly, the Pinkerton 18 or the Beleed. I know that you say there is no link selling, but it's getting to a point where I'm becoming extremely depressed in the process, especially when I see others getting Birkin or Kelly bags more than I have, who have not been shopping at the store for as long as me. If you can please confirm RE the wait list. No appointment necessary for this week at this stage. I'll take a rain check. Kind regards. Okay, so that was the last email I ever sent. I know that they say there's no link selling, but I really am baffled. I do not understand what's going on, why other people are getting bags and not me. So, because I've been wanting a Birkin or a Kelly now for over 2 years. It's been 26 months. At the time I'm filming this video, it's probably by the time I upload the video, it's probably gonna be like 27 months. And if you're not gonna offer them Birkin or Kellys anymore, then don't take my money. Why take my $27,000 in the past 2 years? All up, if I think about how much I spent all up, not counting bags, I've spent probably $100,000 with them. I'd say, yeah, I spent in the past 4 to 5 years, I spent $100,000 with them. If I count the bags, well then we're at like $200,000, okay? So, you know, I spent a lot of money with them. And if this was Chanel or Dior, if you spend money and you want a bag, you get it. And I understand that Hermes has this system for added luxury value, the elusivity, I get that, and I know that their bags are handmade. It takes like 2 days to make a Birkin, a day to make a Kelly, and they will never sacrifice on their quality to be able to ramp up production. So I understand that bags don't just come flying off the shelves to offer to clients. I understand that there is a wait process. I have no problem with the wait process. I have no problem with showing my loyalty and buying items that I love. I have a lot of Hermes shoes in here. Look at my boxes. This is not even all of them. I've had to get rid of boxes because I can't fit them in my room. If the measure of offering someone a bag is based on loyalty, can you please explain to me, Hermes, why I'm not loyal enough to be able to get a bag, but you're more than happy to offer bags to people that have only been shopping at the store for 2 years or less, but you make someone who's been waiting for, like, who's been shopping with you for more than 5 years, you make someone wait more than 2 years to be able to get their next dream bag. Why is that happening? Why is it okay to continue to offer other people, but not offer me? And I have no ill disrespect for the other people. I'm not coming for them. I'm coming for Hermes. My question is to them. Why are they doing this to me? Today, I got a phone call from Hermes Australia Human Resources. And this is why I will no longer shop at my local Hermes store. I'm done. If this is the way that they're going to treat their customers who are very loyal and who have always been pleasant and kind, if this is how you're going to treat them, I'm done shopping at that store. I'm going to try not to be like, I feel like I'm so frustrated and angry that I could cry now. Okay, so I got a call from Human Resources. She said to me that the sales associate that I've been dealing with has expressed that she has concerns over her occupational health and safety. And that's why HR is calling me. She said to me, the way that I have had my tone, I need to modify my behavior towards this sales associate. And I have expressed to the sales associate that I have compared my journey to another client. I'm just going to tell you everything that she said to me before I do my rebuttal. She said there is no wait list at the Hermes Sydney store, and there has never been a wait list. We do, however, have a wish list. You can express your wish for your bag, and then you just have to wait. Due to COVID, there are production line issues. I know that. Sharing a client purchase history is a breach of customer privacy. She said, you have insinuated in your communications that it's to do with link selling as to whether you get an offer. The store has a wish list system. You can make a wish, and that's all. There is no guarantee. I'm only contacting you to modify your behavior because I have concerns that there is a health and safety issue. Don't compare your journey to others. However, we will gladly welcome you into any of our stores, and any of our representatives will help you. That was the phone conversation I had. Obviously, I had a bit of back and forth. Obviously, I'm going to defend myself. So here are some of the things that I said as a line of defense. Okay, so I was told that I was on the wait list for a Constance 18 in 2018, and I filled out the form. She said, that's just a wish list. That's not a wait list. I'm like, okay, well, I was told otherwise. And this is the other thing I said. I never asked for anyone's client purchase history. I never said that. I can see I can see only what people reveal on their social media. And I have never, ever said to my sales associate that someone has spent $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. I have never said that to her at all. But I can see what people buy. And I'm only human. So one would assume that maybe it does matter what you spend. Maybe it does, because they've spent more than me and they've managed to get offers every 6 months. But, and then I reiterated the point that I never ever said to my sales associate to tell me what someone else had spent. I never said to her what I know someone else has spent. Never said it. Swear on my life. Even my friend who has been with me would be able to attest to that I've never said it. She says I insinuated that I spoke about link selling, like how much you spend. I have never insinuated it, but I have said how much I have spent. Am I not allowed to say how much I've spent? Am I not allowed to say that I've spent my hard-earned money on items that I love from the house? But I'm really hoping a dream bag's coming soon, because what I'm thinking in my head, and maybe I should have said this, when I go to Chanel and I buy stuff, if they have a classic flap, I can buy it off the shelf. If I go to Dior, if they have a Dior bag, I can buy it off the shelf. Hermes may not have it on the shelf, but I have gone into the store and I have seen other people getting offers. When I'm here going, oh, I've told you I want a bag too, but they're getting bags. I'm not getting a bag. Never said that to her. Never said it in that kind of way. Only once did I say it, and that was this year, and that's why it has come to this point. But I have thought that in my head, and that's a logical thing. And that is why I even said that to her. I go, you can't blame me for wondering what's wrong, what I'm doing wrong, when other people are getting offers around me, and for me it's been more than 2 years. You can't blame me for feeling frustrated or upset. She spoke about the wish list system, and I said, well, okay, so you make a wish, and I've made a wish, and it's been 2 years and nothing's come about it, so I'm really just baffled, like what the process is. And she just says, you know, with production there's issues, it's just to make a wish, there's no guarantee, we're not guaranteeing you a bag. That's what she said to me. And then when she says about the occupational health and safety issue, I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, we get along really well. I know she's told me personal things about her. I've told her personal things about me. I thought that we were like you know, friends, client-customer relationship friends. So I'm really taken aback that she feels that I'm a health and safety risk. I've never been threatening in any way. I'm a very kind and polite person. Actually, people who shop at Hermes Sydney see me in the store and talk to me. And I always have a chat with them. And I'm always friendly. Pretty much we ended that conversation, and she was like, and I was like, well, what do I do from here? Where do I go from here? Seems like she doesn't want my business anymore. And she said to me, she's like, well, any of our representatives will help you when you go in the store. So in other words, she doesn't want to deal with you anymore. Go into the store, start your journey again. That is it. That is the conversation that transpired. I'm really shocked and taken aback that it even happened. Like, to contact a customer who has been nothing, and I have evidence, nothing but polite and nice. Of course I'm going to express my wish list. But have I ever threatened? Have I ever said anything that is an intimidation? Never. I have never, ever said that. I've always had a very polite conversation, and it's only been once that I mentioned in person about the other person who got a bag recently. Because the other time I mentioned it, it was only inquiring about Rose Sakura in general in any bags. I didn't care. It didn't have to be Bergen and Kelly. I just wanted a Rose Sakura color. She told me who her client was. I didn't know. She told me. I had no idea. That was her. She shared who her client was. I didn't know. So she already breached customer privacy, the customer privacy. She did it, not me. Let me just make that very clear. And this person that I referred to that got their recent bag, and there are other people that have got bags as well. I think I even said, I'm like, oh, a lot of people have started to get bags. I know some people that started to get bags. And that's all I said. Like, is stock coming in? Do I have some hope now? Because my 5-year wedding anniversary is coming up. And that is where it ended. Like that. And then I bought my things, we were friendly, I bumped into someone that I knew, who shops there, who knows me, and that was it. So there was nothing intimidating or rude about it. Even the person who was there can probably say, you were being polite, like what were you doing that was intimidating or like being threatening? Even he would be probably mind blown because he was there when he seen me even talking to her. So that is the complete story. That is why I'm upset, and I needed to film this video to have a voice. Hermes HR came at me to tell me I'm an occupational health and safety risk. They told me that's how this person feels, and that's how this HR feels based on my emails. She's probably only read the past 5. Hasn't even bothered to ask me all the history, the conversations, hasn't asked for my side of the story. Just completely went at me. And that's why I'm upset. And that is why I feel that I have to have my voice today. And my side needs to be heard. And my journey and what I've been through and how I word things, how polite I've been, how nice I've been, how chatty, friendly, and how I know other people have met me and can attest to that. How I feel that my character has been torn down by Hermes. And that upsets me a lot. It really does. not going to cry because I'm now at that point. I cried in the beginning because that sales associate started my journey and she was so great, but I haven't, it's been a while since I've really felt like a valued customer. It's been a long while. There's been no consideration from Hermes how I'm feeling as a customer, how I feel in the process, how I feel seeing other people getting offered bags who dealt with the same sales associate, how I feel about them getting an offer every 6 months whilst I wait for 2 years, more than 2 years now. There's no consideration about how I might be feeling about that, how that might make me feel as a customer. No consideration whatsoever. What is your measure in order to ascertain whether or not someone should be getting a bag? I have a very broad wish list. It is very wide, a lot of colors, a lot of neutrals, a very wide wish list. I'm not just like, I want a Kelly 25 gold on gold Celia. I have not been like that. What is the measure to be able to offer someone a bag? How do you determine if someone is offered a bag? How do you determine their loyalty? And how do you then say to someone who's been a client for more than 5 years, say all these things to them, but then you willingly offer bags to people who have been only shopping at the store for less than a year, 2 years, and I mean multiple bags, not just one bag, multiple bags. What is the measure? What am I missing here? That's how you treat a customer? You say these things that they are an OH&S issue when I have witnesses who were with me, my friend that was with me, and then another person that I met, and on another occasion there was another person that I met. I have witnesses that can see my interactions and how friendly I am and how much I'm smiling and laughing, trying things on, and that sort of thing, and asking about how your family's going. I share about my family. I have witnesses that can attest to my character. A lot of witnesses that can attest to my character. My heart's beating really hard because I'm so angry that this happened to me, and I'm so angry that they have the audacity to say all these things to me but not even give a damn about my feelings. And I'm the customer. I'm the paying customer here. How can you treat someone like that? That's not right. Like, it's not right. As a brand, you have done wrong. You have really done wrong. Like I said, I have all the evidence as well. I've never been threatening in any way. This is me reaching out to Hermes. This is me sharing my story and what has happened and why I will no longer shop at my local store. It may have completely changed my whole perception for Hermes. And what's sad is that I bought a bag pre-loved for my wedding anniversary to symbolize our 5 years. Now, look at what that, like now, the whole, you know what that bag is supposed to be, what's supposed to represent. I bought it on my own accord. I felt liberated. I felt joyful that I bought it, and I was okay that I didn't get a store offer at that point. Now, they've completely destroyed that happiness that I may have for that bag. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and feel differently, but I know one thing is for sure. I'm not ever going to spend any of my money on the other items that I like from the house at that store. I'm done. I'm done. I'd like to hope that they at least offer me a bag, but I'm not going to hold my breath for that either. I'm not going to hold my breath if Hermes even gives a shit about this video. They probably don't. They probably don't give a shit about me as a customer, clearly, if that's the way I've been treated. But that's my voice. That's my story. That's my truth. And I know that this was a very long video, but I feel better that I've shared it. Don't let what I've said deter you, because like I was saying at the very beginning, I had some fabulous sales associates. Not everyone's journey is going to be like mine. I don't think anyone's journey is going to be like mine. I feel like, God, they're out to get me and put me on a stake and crucify me or something. But just know that there are really good stores out there, good store managers, good sales associates. They are out there. And I hope that one day I'll find that again. I hope that one day I'll have a great experience again, wherever it may be in the world. I hope so. So don't let what I'm saying put you off. I just wanted to share my voice because I really feel like they didn't give a damn about how I felt. They didn't care about any of how I was feeling or even have any empathy for me and why I even mentioned someone else, like someone else's journey before. To come at me for mentioning it once, so wrong, so wrong. But it is just like it, I assume it's just this store. Like, I'd like to hope so, but yeah. But I'm sick of making excuses. I'm not making excuses anymore on this channel. I have done so. I've made excuses for them, but I'm not making excuses anymore. It's quite evident I'm being treated like crap, and I'm being treated like my business isn't valued, and I'm being treated like it's an absolute joke. I don't get this treatment anywhere else. My other sales associates at Chanel are fantastic. Dior, fantastic. You know, Louis Vuitton, I've had a revolving door, but they're still very pleasant to me. I have never been treated like this ever. And it's the brand that I love the most that treats me like this. So hurtful. So I'm filming just this little part of that I kind of missed out, and I wanted to also let you guys kind of know this part as well, because I feel like this is important too. Obviously got my son with me. He's a little wriggly worm. Oh my gosh. But what I remember that I didn't mention was that in the very beginning, when I first met my sales associate, it was like 3 appointments in, and I remember mentioning like, it was the thing about the wait list, because before in Sydney we did used to have like a wait list system. As much as they deny it, there was a waitlist system in Sydney. So many people remember it who've been shopping at Sydney for a long time before me, and used to be able to go on a waitlist for like public offers. And yeah, it was back before Hermes had crazy insane demand. So we're talking like around like pre-2016, even pre-2017, they did still have this waitlist system. Even though Hermes denies it, they say they have a wish list system. It may have been a wish list, but it was treated like a wait list to a lot of us, a lot of people in the public that would put their name on this list. And I know many people that put their name on this list and they didn't even buy anything. All they bought was, say, one Calvi, and they happened to find out when the list was open and they put their name on it. But anyways, yeah, that's where this history stems from, and that's where this knowledge stems from, is because it did exist before. Even though Hermes are currently denying it, it did exist at Hermes Sydney. She said to me, "Don't worry, as soon as I can offer you a bag, you'll be one of my first. You can trust me." That's exactly what she said to me. It was like our 3rd appointment in, and it was because on the first appointment we clicked really well. We had a lot of personal experiences in common, but she said that to me on our 3rd appointment. So like, that's what absolutely mind blows me, that she gave me that reassurance that we were going to have a good relationship. The thing is that when I thought about it later, I don't know if this is really coming from my sales associate, that she, you know, has sort of instigated this against me. And the other thing is that, yeah, I feel like this might not even be coming from her. This could have come from the store manager. This could have been a store manager thing. Maybe he didn't want my business. Maybe he didn't want me there. Maybe I'm not the kind of client that he wants. And that leads me to another point, is that someone I follow on Instagram happened to have a post with the store manager of the Sydney store, and she tagged him in the post, and I had no idea what his Instagram was. No idea, and nor did I care. Like, I never would care to find out who someone's Instagram is. I haven't got time for that. But yeah, I seen that she tagged him, and I'm like, oh, that must be his Instagram. Clicked on it. User not found. He had blocked me. This was, I found this out only at the very end of last year, I think it was, like maybe December last year or something like that. Yeah, it turns out he blocked me. So he knows who I am, and he blocked me on Instagram. Like, why? Why? What have I ever done to you? Yeah, I've never done anything to him, so I don't know why he would feel the need to block me on my social media. Yeah, like, why? What does that achieve? What did he achieve by blocking me on Instagram? The thing I want to say is that I do have a lot of pre-filmed videos on my channel, and they will be about Hermes, but I still want to upload my content. But just bear that in mind. I have a lot of pre-filmed videos, but I wanted to upload this video sooner than later, so you will see a lot of videos where I'm still talking about Hermes and I still seem happy, but that's not the reality of it. I'm not happy. I'm really, really upset, and now it makes me question what direction I go Do I keep doing YouTube? I don't know. I'm starting to feel like maybe I just won't do it anymore, like, because it's completely taken the light. It sucked the absolute light out of me. It feels like Voldemort from Harry Potter has just sucked my soul out. That's how it feels, what I'm going through right now with Hermes. And I hope that's it. I hope that's the end of the story. But I'm going to end this video here. Thanks guys for watching and letting me share my voice, my truth. And I guess I'll see you guys in the comment section. I hope I don't have to turn off commenting. I hope I don't. I'm only sharing what's happened to me. I'm definitely not saying that you should avoid the brand. I'm just saying what's happened to me. I have a right to share my voice and my honesty. I'm gonna end this video here. Thanks guys for watching. Send me some good vibes. And I'll see you guys on my next one.